Penelope, and welcome to my channel, Mama Needs to Read Romance, and also attempt to make cute creative crafts. Nailed it! Oh my gosh. So what you just watched was something that saves me. I tell you what, I actually linked Alison McKown's Etsy page to this video if you want to see some of the amazing stuff that she does. She has saved my life, I have to tell you, which is why I wanted to include one of her amazing craftivities in this video. We have so many people in our lives to celebrate throughout the year, and Alison does these incredible, cute gift ideas where it's crafty and it's not too expensive, and the people that you give these things to will love you forever. And it's so funny, I've been doing this for years and spreading the word on how amazing Alison's Just Add Confetti Etsy page is. I'm even part of her mailing list. I think it's hilarious though how people, when they get gifts from me that are from Alison's creativity, they always act like I'm so amazing and I'm so creative. I'm like, nope, Pinterest, or nope, Etsy. Like, but somehow I still get credit. So isn't that nice? But I wanted to take this opportunity to give Alison some credit. Alison, thank you so much. You've helped me so much over the years. It's helped us express our appreciation to the mailman, hairstylist, barbers, maids, dog groomers, friends, neighbors, and most importantly, both of my boys have teams of people who work with them, specialists like occupational therapists, speech therapists, ABA therapists, these incredible people, teachers, instructional assistants that are just our dream team for helping our boys be the best versions of themselves. So getting a chance throughout the year to celebrate them, mostly using the amazing gifts that Alison helps create, is the best. So anyway, you just witnessed me try to make something that she does better on her page, so go check it out. Anyway, that's my spiel, and that's what I'm working on right now, trying to get ready because school is ending in 4 days, and I have 4 days to celebrate a ton of people who we love dearly. I gotta get going. But first, I'm gonna film this video. This is Vlogmas, by the way. And today we are going to be talking about Sleighed, which I got for 1 credit on Audible. And the reason I picked this is because I did not know Keeland, I did not know Penelope Ward, but I did know Teddy Hamilton, and I did know Zachary Weber, and I have huge crushes on both of them as narrators. And so I had to choose this book because they're both in it, and I was very excited. So we're going to talk about all 3 stories today, and in between you are going to see little clips from my children's most recent visit to the farm. If you've watched my videos, you see we go to the farm a lot because all 3 of my kids are obsessed with the farm. It's not close to our house, and yet we make the trek out there very frequently. This time the farm has been decked out for the holidays, so it's very cute. So anyway, let's start talking about the stories. I will start with my favorite and then go down to my least favorite. So let's start by talking about Hot Item. And this one was narrated by Zachary Weber, surprise, surprise, and Maxine Mitchell. So this one I thought was so cute. I gave it 5 stars. We have a lady who, she is a widow. She's trying to make Christmas special for her son. So she is looking for the toy that he really wants this Christmas, and it's Christmas Eve, so there's not much time. There's a gentleman though that grabs the same toy at the same time, and he really wants it too. So they decide to have a competition with gift wrapping, and whoever can get the most tips while gift wrapping at this store will get to keep the toy. She winds up having to leave early because her son is in a minor accident, and so the toy just automatically goes to him, and he feels badly. The reason he wanted the toy is because he actually is part of the family that owns this big chain of toy stores or department stores, and he was actually playing Santa earlier that day and met a lovely boy who said that he was lonely and his mom was sad, and he was hoping that Santa could help make her happy, and that he really wanted this toy, and that was all he wanted. So the little boy gave Zachary Weber's character, whose name I cannot remember, his address. So not knowing how to get the toy to the woman that he met that day, he decides to go find this little boy who he promised this toy to as Santa. Wouldn't you know, it's the same little boy. He had been taken to Santa that day by his aunt while his mom was shopping. So our hero and heroine were trying to get the same toy for the same little boy. It was so cute. When he shows up to her door to give the toy to this boy and realizes that this is the woman that he had started crushing on at the department store, he's blown away. And so is she, because she likes him too. Well, they share some really special moments with the little boy, and it was just so dear and sweet. And then, they hit it off so well, all three of them, that they decide that he's going to come back tomorrow after breakfast. And before he does leave, though, they share an adorable kiss, and I just loved it so much. So yeah, 5 stars, short, sweet, fun, a good time. So my second favorite story in Sleighed is Lights Out Love. This one was not narrated by Zachary Weber or Teddy Hamilton. Anyway, so we have Cole and Josie. Cole and Josie are neighbors, and he is annoyed by her light display. He is not into lights at all. The problem is all of the power goes out in this street because most of the people are decorating, and I guess it's too much for the grid to handle. So he winds up getting to know her as he's coming over to her home because she has a generator. So they start to fall for one another, but he is nervous because she reminds him a lot of his ex. And when the power comes back on and he could have spent more time with her, he opts not to. So it's a little bit of a disappointment. However, here's something else that's really interesting that happens. She admits to him that the reason that she goes all out in her Christmas display in her front yard is because 10 years prior, one of her students passed away in surgery, and she knew how much he loved light displays, and so she does it every year in memory of him. Well, a letter from his family arrives at Cole's house, and he realizes it's a sign. I need to go over there. And so he actually, before he does, he goes shopping and decks out his whole yard to impress her. And he tells her, you know what, I've been living in the past, I've been worrying about the past, but it's all about the present now, and I want to go full force with you. And it was sweet and it was nice. I didn't quite like Cole. He was very gruff, but overall I thought it was a pretty sweet story. So I would say 4 stars. My least favorite of the 3 at 3 stars is Get Sleighed. This one was narrated by Andy Arndt and Teddy Hamilton. So this one was all over the place. I felt like I was emotionally watching a tennis match where I was like, oh, it's sweet, it's crass, it's sweet, it's crass. It was all over the place. It was like these authors got together and said, okay, we want him to think that this story is adorable, and then we want him to think it's really raunchy. It was so all over the place. But it was a really interesting concept for a story. Our heroine has been dumped and she's not happy. So her good friend has her on her podcast. And the theme of the podcast is tell your worst getting dumped story. The winner of the story is going to win a trip to Cabo San Lucas with our heroine. Our heroine is going to Cabo because it was the last thing that her ex paid for in full. So she's apparently now going to share this trip with some stranger who wins this prize. The stranger is Kelly, who actually turns out to be a man. Everyone assumed Kelly was a girl, but Kelly, I've actually known a guy named Kelly. They wind up in Cabo San Lucas together. They do a little bit of Christmassy, like a Christmas Day type deal where they open really bizarre gifts like wooden cockroaches and stuff like that. But she actually skips her Christmas with her family that apparently was really cute and goes all out because she didn't want to explain to them that she was single. So this story works hard at not being Christmassy, which is not exactly what I'm looking for in a Christmas story. But it was really creative. I thought he was a gentleman, although his job is not very gentlemanly. I don't even want to say. I can't say it on my channel. But it was very interesting what he does. He was a gentleman though. She didn't want to share the penthouse suite, so he stays in a motel, but they have an attraction for one another right away that they can't deny. And at one point her ex shows up and Kelly decides to leave, but she's able to dissuade him at the last moment, and then they realize their passion for one another as the door closes. I was sort of surprised actually that it was closed door considering how much talk was in this. It was some big talking about some interesting topics for it to be closed door at the end. So interesting choice. I enjoyed these for the most part. Short and sweet, somewhat Christmassy vibes. Loved the narrators, obviously. Very different. So yeah, I thought these were good, and I do recommend it. You might enjoy it. If you've missed any of my vlogs, I have the entire playlist right here. You could also subscribe, no pressure. It does help my channel. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're enjoying whatever it is you're reading, whether it's narrated by Zachary Weber or Teddy Hamilton or not. Until next time, thanks so much. Take care. Bye.